have the H96 TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. It's a standard remote, and it can come in handy for basic navigation and special features that may require the use of the stock remote, but other than that, as an advanced user you may want to consider using a wireless air mouse for easier navigation. See the link in the description area for a good selection of wireless air mouse and mini touchpad keyboards. You get one HDMI cable, a 5 volts 2 amps power adapter, and a user's manual. And now a quick look at its design and input-output peripherals. The body is made of plastic, and it has the H96 Max logo on top of one of those custom artistic designs we have been seeing online lately. To the rear of the box, you have one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, one audio-video port, and the DC power input. To one side you have one USB 3.0, one USB 2.0, and a microSD card reader. It's blank on the other side. To the front you have an LED clock display. And below the box you have lots of ventilation holes. I will now set it up on my TV and capture card and continue. So I've connected the box and initiated the boot up process, and what you'll see is a standard Android boot up animation for a few seconds, and then you are taken to the launcher. So the launcher has a new transparent design, and it's pretty basic, with large main buttons without customization options, and a shortcuts bar at the bottom for adding shortcuts to the launcher. The launcher does not come with a navigation bar or status bar, so I installed the Menu Button app and the Snowball app as an alternative. You can find links in the description area for installing these two apps. In the settings area you have the following options: 4K resolution up to 2160p at 60 Hz, Dolby Atmos, and DTS audio settings. And there's an option to control the behavior of the power button. There is no root switch option, Dolby Vision options, or CEC control options. I achieved HDR display when I played a 4K video sample, as the HDR icon appeared in the top right-hand corner of the television screen. So there's the possibility that Dolby Vision is enabled by default in this box. In the apps section they have pre-installed the following: the AirScreen app, Chrome browser, ES File Explorer, 2 other file browsers, the Lightning app, Netflix, the Google Play Store, Amazon Prime Video, RKMC, and YouTube. I have already installed 2 apps of my own, so I will now install the rest needed to complete my review. To begin testing the features of this box, I first tried to install an alternative launcher. I tried various launchers and they all refused to install on this box, even if I tried sideloading them. Next, I installed a screen rotation app, and I am happy to report that it works. I will now check its root information. It shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 9 operating system. There is no root switch, so I caution all users not to attempt updating the Super User app, as it will put the box into a permanent boot loop that can only be fixed by a flash of the firmware. And now its DRM information. It shows that the box has Google Widevine Level 3 and no HDCP protection. This means that Netflix will only show in standard 480p quality. And now we take a look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Rockchip, and the model is the H96 Max RK3318. It comes with 4GB of DDR3 RAM, and 64GB of internal storage, from which this is the remainder. The Bluetooth version is 4.0, indicated by the 4 Plus, and I will connect a gamepad to it later in the video. The CPU is a 64-bit quad-core ARM Cortex-A53 CPU running up to 1.1 GHz in 64-bit mode. The CPU is configured with 32 and 64-bit ABIs, allowing the box to run both 32 and 64-bit applications. The display is powered by the ARM Mali 450MP processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz and OpenGLES version 2.0, which is not the best option for gaming. Under network, it shows that the box has dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Under Android information, it shows that the box is running on Android 9 operating system, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box runs around 50 degrees Celsius under normal operation, and we will monitor to see how high it increases during the 3D gaming segment. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos, and I will test its Dolby features in a moment. And that's it for system and hardware information, and let's see how it does in the benchmark segment and where it fits on the rankings chart. For the first benchmark, I have the results of the RAM and internal storage read and write speeds. The H96 Max got a RAM copy speed of 2234 megabytes per second. The internal storage got a read speed of 39 megabytes per second and a write speed of 46. These scores are low, and at the same time weird for this box, and it doesn't augur well for its performance. I now show the results of the Wi-Fi speed test, and this is where things start to get really weird. Okay, so these results right here are the 2.4 GHz band. As you can see, it hit the maximum speed of my internet package with every try. These here are the results of the 5 GHz band, and it fell below. Even look at the LAN port results. Where have you ever seen the 2.4 band outperform the 5 GHz and the LAN port? It just doesn't happen. I can't explain it, but that's the results. And now the results of the Antutu benchmark. The H96 Max is incapable of running Antutu 7 because it only has OpenGLES 2.0, and Antutu 7 requires version 3.1 or higher. So I sideloaded version 6 that's compatible with this box, and it got a score of 28,115. This is a low score, and should place it somewhere low on the chart. Next, I have the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. The new Geekbench 5 is out. But the new tasks are more CPU intensive, and this box could barely cope with it, resulting in scores in double digits. So I sideloaded the old Geekbench 4, and the box got a score of 488 single-core, and 922 multi-core. So the dilemma continues. And the low CPU clock speed of 1.1 GHz is really showing up here in this test. The final score is from the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark. If you were wondering what's wrong with the screen, I am really not sure why this app is showing in this reddish color. Maybe it's another weird thing with this box. Nonetheless, the box got a score of 1618 in the Ice Storm Extreme test. It couldn't run the Slingshot test because it only has OpenGLES 2.0. And that's it for the benchmarks, and let's see what happens when posted up on the chart. So after punching in the scores, the H96 Max placed at position number 31, beating only the AceMax MX Cube, and this is yet again another disappointing performance by the Rockchip CPU, and this is probably the worst of all the H96 models ever released. Rockchip needs to step up their game and release better performing chipsets, because M-Logic is killing them right now. Well, let's see what else it can do and wrap this one up. When it comes to streaming, it comes with Netflix pre-installed, and it plays movies in standard 480p quality, along with Amazon Prime Video because of the lack of DRM support to play in HD or 4K quality. RKMC, which is a Kodi 18 custom build, works okay. The interface can get a bit sluggish when it's updating add-ons, but other than that, it works fine. Here you can see I uploaded my add-ons backup file in one click. See the link in the description area for instructions on how to create and restore your own backups, or you can download my personal backup file. Movie streaming APKs also work fine on this box, and you can download them from the file-linked bulk downloader tool, or simply download them directly from an APK store like Aptoide or APK Pure. I will now play some 4K video samples to test its HDR and 4K video playback capability.